Okay, looks like we are live. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man. Look at the clear. We're back for some more LeMans Ultimate, back at Circuit de la Sarthe in the GTE class, my favorite class. And being that the GTE class is my favorite class, getting right into the title of this stream, I have tagged the LeMans Ultimate team, which they're probably sick of that kind of stuff by now. God knows how many times they probably get tagged per day. And in the title, I'm asking if we can get the Ford GTE as well as the BMW M.2 GTE. So when, try to give you the short version of this stuff, but bottom line is Circuit de la Sarthe is my favorite track. 24 Hours of Le Mans is my favorite race. It's been that way for quite a while. And when Le Mans Ultimate was first announced, hadn't seen any gameplay, screenshots, no nothing. But I already knew that I was going to pick this game up day one because with a name like Le Mans Ultimate, naturally one would assume that the 24 Hours of Le Mans would be the race that's going to be showcased in this game. Streamlabs. Dan Sock, congratulations, and thank you for the super chat. You got a job, overnight maintenance, cool. Welcome back to the working class. Congratulations once again. So to continue on about Le Mans Ultimate, so the history of Le Mans Ultimate, some of my favorite cars ever in Le Mans history.
Sock said, "Dude, you've helped me over the years so much. Thanks so much, dude."
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Appreciate you supporting the channel all these years. Thank you so much. So some of my favorite cars in the past were like the Group 3 cars, like the 787B and the Sauber Mercedes. And then in the GTE class, you know, I pretty much liked all the cars in the GTE class.
Said, 6 years unemployed. It was hell. I survived. We are here, bro.
As the saying goes, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. So you have persevered. And again, welcome back to the world of the working class. So, in the GTE class, there were 6 cars, and Le Mans Ultimate has 4 of them. We know that they have the Corvette GTE, the Ferrari 488, the Aston Martin, and the Porsche RSR. The 2 cars that we're missing are the cars in the title of this stream, the BMW M.2 and the Ford GTE. Now, in an interview with Stephen Hood, when asked about historical content, you know, he said, yeah, that would be an option that they could take a look at, but right now they're focused on, you know, current day WEC and, you know, getting Le Mans Ultimate out of early access. Now that we are out of early access, I guess to take a step back a little bit, when the game first launched, we had P2s, hypercars, and GTEs. We didn't have the GT3s yet. Once the GT3s came, they were grossly popular. And I thought the GTE class was going to be abandoned in this game because once the GTEs came along, we weren't seeing that much of the GTEs. But now I think the way they have things laid out, I get the impressions that the GTEs are here to stay because in the bronze races, we have GT3s and GTEs, and the other cars, the P2s and the hypercars, you have to do those cars in the daily races, you must have safety ratings high enough to get into the intermediate races and the advanced races. And I think that would be rightfully so, because as crazy as these races are right now with GT3s, imagine how much more chaotic it would be if you let a lot of these inexperienced, over-aggressive drivers into the hypercars. So it looks to me like the GTEs are here to stay. If that's the case, why not give us the 2 missing cars in that class? And one of the cars I think would be really easy to bring to us, and that would be the BMW M.2, because you already have the car on R Factor 2. So I would like to think, they could take that car and port it over to LeMans Ultimate, just clean it up a little bit if they need to. Now the Ford GT, on the other hand, I don't know what they would have to go through in order to bring that car to LeMans Ultimate, but hey, maybe they could buy some of the models off of some of these modders and bring it to us. But since it appears that the GTE class is here to stay on LeMans Ultimate, and they're going to put that class to use in the bronze races, why not give us the whole experience? And hell, I would easily pay $10 to $20 for DLC just off of those 2 cars. So at the end of this month, we're supposed to get Silverstone and LMP3 P3 cars, LMP3 cars. After that, as far as cars goes, how much more can you give us? Because we pretty much have all the cars that's currently in use in the WEC. And once we get the P3s, I don't know, like in the other Le Mans series, maybe in the Asian Le Mans series and the European Le Mans series, maybe there's a couple of scraggler cars out there, older cars that's still in use that they could bring into the game, like the AMG that we just got. But other than that, as far as new cars goes, we probably won't see anything out of Le Mans Ultimate until the Ford hypercar comes to fruition, the Genesis hypercar, McLaren hypercar. So yeah, we got Ford, Hyundai, and McLaren all entering hypercars into the WEC, and I would imagine this is probably going to take place over the next couple of years. I think Ford is supposed to introduce, I think they're supposed to be entering next year in 2026. I think the Genesis hypercar, I think that might not be coming until 2027, and I'm not sure about the McLaren hypercar when that's coming. So, and I'm sure, people are going to start wanting more cars after a while. So why not give us those 2 GTE cars that I'm asking about? Not only that, a few more cars they could add if they ever got an IMSA license. They could add the Acura hypercar. I'm not sure if anybody's using the Acura NSX in the IMSA organization. I don't know. I'm not even sure if anybody's using the Audi R8, but yeah, I mean, if they dig into Le Mans past, if they go back to the Group C cars, then that's a whole different, group of cars that we could get. But as far as the GTE class, yeah, we got 4 out of the 6 cars. Why not give us the last 2 cars? I would love that. So, all right, this race is about to start. Let's suit up. And if we did get those last 2 cars, I would bounce around between the Corvette that I'm using, the Ford GT, and the BMW. I have to be honest and say that the Porsche 911 RSR, I have to be honest and say that car sounds best on Automobile Lista 2. The white one with the red stripe through the middle, that car sounds incredible. Now, to Le Mans Ultimate's credit, on the outside, that car sounds a lot like the RSR. but on the inside, it sounds totally different from the RSR on Automobilista 2. So, all right. Let's see how many more people have entered since I went live. 130, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the moment. I would be ranked 5th going into the lobby, which I guess I'm okay with that, because these guys that have turned in these ridiculous times, I haven't gotten caught up in there with too many of them. I think as far as races that I've been in, I think the fastest time that someone turned in might have been a 3:55.9. So other than that, a lot the faster guys have been in the 3:56s, and I've gotten into the 3:57s a few times. All right, let's suit up. Currently, I think the only games that I know that has the 4GT natively would be GT7 and Project Cars 2. Any other game that has the 4GT, has it through mods. I've bought a 4GT mod for R Factor 2, but when I had to rebuild my computer and I lost all my saves, also basically lost the mods that I bought. But what prompted me to talk about this was Mike of Sim Racing 604. He uploaded a video for a mod pack on the original Assetto Corsa that pretty much has the whole GTE class, all 6 cars for $12, and I'm thinking about grabbing that because I want to get back inside of 4GTE again. I mean, I could easily do it on GT7, but I want to do it on a PC game, and I want to see it in the sharpness that I can get from the Quest Pro on my pretty beefy PC.
Clear, push now. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. You've got cold brakes all around, be careful. Track temps increasing, it's now 37 Celsius. Ignore the aero damage, it's nothing.
Well, I'm ranked number 6. All right.
flag sector 2. Sector 2 is clear. That's the end of the session. E4.
Sleep at the wheel. So if I'm going to find it out, that's the time to find it out. Let's go.
Exit is clear. Push now. Okay, Clay. We've got 4 minutes to do the business. Your brakes are cold. We need to get some heat into them.
Guys qualifying with mediums on the front? What is he thinking about?
Clear right. That's team in left side, clear left. Car left, clear left. requested.
Already feel rusty.
Pit crew's ready. The track temperature's rising. It's now 34 Celsius.
I braked earlier than I wanted to, but I don't want to run the risk of spinning out, and I don't want to run the risk of invalidating the lap.
That's the end of the session. P12.
I don't think this is going to be a very good lap, because I'm terrified right now of locking up the wheels.
Clear right.
Lap 3, 57.89.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Ooh, I got knocked down to 8th. But I will say that Beltran, it seems like right here next to me, seems like I've seen him before. In any case, he's got mediums on the front, so I might, if he ends up in front of me, I'm going to try to attack him immediately because it's going to take those medium tires a little bit to warm up.
Formation lap has started.
I think at some point I'm going to have to go back and check out R Factor 2.
Road to Racer said, good luck on the race start.
Hey, thank you, Road the Racer. Really appreciate it. I've had a fair amount of success in the GTE class on LeMans Ultimate, and it is my favorite class. Every time, like, I'll get the silver, I'll screw around with a few GT3 races, have some bad races, get knocked back down to bronze, and then I usually have to rely on GTE to bail me out and get some GTE races in to get back to silver. And I think this whole week, I've only had 2 races where I finished below 6th place. I had one race where I finished 17th, had a bad situation there, and I think another one where I finished 11th. But other than that, every race I've done this week, I've finished 6th place or better. Said this Ferrari next to me, Beltran, he's got mediums on the front, so if he gets in front of me, I'm going to try to attack him immediately.
Green flag.
Flooring, green, green, green. Right, clear right. Minio is now in the lead.
This could get spicy. 3 wide.
Car right side's clear. Left is clear left.
What a
Clear
jerk,
left.
forcing his way in like that.
Clear right. Incident in sector 2, yellow flag.
Diego Gutierrez
Car left, clear left. Alright, Clay. You had some
started
minor
from the
aero
pits and
damage.
ended
Stay
in
out,
4th.
it's not that bad.
It was 12-13 split, but
Right
still.
side's clear. The bodywork's in pretty bad shape. We might need to fix that.
That's it. I'm cooked.
Sector 2 is now green. Acknowledged. Pit stop requested. Yellow flag sector 3. Green on your right, clear right. We think Mark has gone off.
The entire car is destroyed. My whole suspension is destroyed. The front and rear bumpers got severe damage.
Okay, car clear right.
I want to quit this race, but I can't because I will lose a lot of DR.
Clear left. Clear left.
Who didn't see that coming where that Porsche was going to cut me off? Like I said, these over-aggressive bottom feeders.
Yellow flag.
I know how these guys are.
Looks like
I should have.
Alvarez has gone on in.
You know what?
Curves.
I'm going to take the blame for that, for not backing out. Oh, I think he's missing a wheel. That Porsche up there, I think he's missing a wheel.
Green flag in sector 3.
Well, now that I'm in last,
Silver behind is pitted.
I'm in last now, I'm going to lose a lot of time, 2 minutes. So when I get back out there on that track, any car that I catch up to, I am going to be aggressive getting past them. I am going to stick my elbows out. So...
Okay, Clay, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
I'm not going to be dirty, but I'm not going to play
apex.
nice when I get back out on that track. Yeah, when we register for the next race, we're going to go back and check out that replay. Because the green Porsche next to me was pretty much it. He didn't leave me enough space. And when I bumped him, I pinballed off of him and spun out. And there's no point even reporting it because it's going to be a situation where you could almost look at it as a racing incident. But when we were 3 wide, already knew it wasn't going to end well. The Ferrari on my right, he backed out of it first. He was the smart one. I should have backed out of it too. But these lower ranked guys this over aggressive, I need to just learn to let those guys go through because all they're going to do is go wreck somebody else.
Exit's clear. Push. brakes are cold, take it easy.
So I'm currently in 13th place. So if a couple of more cars wreck, it's not too far of a stretch for me to finish up in 10th place.
Diego Gutierrez said, "Do you have any advice? I use a button for my clutch and I keep stalling GTE cars in the pits."
You use a button for a clutch? You totally lost me on that one, Diego. I mean, are you using a wheel or are you using a controller? I mean, if you're using a wheel, I wouldn't know why you would be using a clutch, a button for a clutch.
The car ahead's pitting.
And if you're using a controller, my simple suggestion would be to get a wheel, even if it's a cheap one.
Diego Gutierrez said, "I don't have clutch paddles on my wheel."
Oh. But wheels are cheap enough now that I would get a wheel that's got a clutch.
Okay,
And this
Clay, 10
this
minutes
got
to go. That's 10 minutes left. Keep digging. We're at the halfway point.
I would get a wheel that's got the paddle shifters. What do you got for a wheelbase, Diego? I'm in 12th place now, and there's a car in front of me in the pits. I'm in 11th now, so
Diego Gutierrez
Keep it tidy, please, Clay.
said, "R3 with an S wheel from Moxa."
an R3 with an ESX wheel from, I'm assuming you meant to say Moza. Am I correct on that one? You're saying you got the R3?
Diego Gutierrez said, "I got it when I was using an Xbox and just moved to a PC. I only got into sim racing a few months ago."
Okay, so if you're telling me that you have the Moza R3 wheelbase, I would simply go to the...
Diego Gutierrez said, yeah.
Okay, so I think I don't believe in mixing and matching parts, that mix-match stuff. My whole setup is Fanatec.
Flag in sector 3.
The wheels, the wheelbase, the pedals, it's all Fanatec.
Murphy Motorsport said, most S wheels have paddle shifters.
Yeah, but it sounds to me, he says he's got an ESX wheel, which I'm not sure where that came from. He's saying that his wheels doesn't have paddle shifters, so I was about to suggest just go to the Moza website and buy the cheapest wheel they make that has paddle shifters. But I mean, that's almost unheard of these days for a wheel not to have paddle shifters. I mean, you can walk into Walmart and buy a wheelbase for $100 that's even cheaper than a Thrustmaster, some off-branded stuff you never heard of. Even those wheels have paddle shifters.
Murphy Motorsport said, I have a R3, mine have paddle shifters. Diego Gutierrez said, it only has paddles for shifters but no additional paddles for a clutch.
Okay, so it sounds to me like you're saying that you want to physically engage a clutch? I mean, with most race cars and stuff like that, the clutch is automatic, so it's almost like it almost sounds like you're telling me that you're using the paddle shifters, but you're using a button on the steering wheel to engage the clutch. So if that's what you're trying to tell me and that's what you want to do, then you're going to need pedals that's got a third pedal for a clutch.
Okay, Clay, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
Lap 4:01.12.
Murphy Motorsport said, use the auto clutch, turn it on in the game.
Yeah, that's what I was suggesting to him, that most race cars these days have an auto clutch.
Diego Gutierrez said, I have tried the auto clutch option but it never worked.
It should, because there's no way you should have to engage a clutch.
Diego Gutierrez said, I had to try it again, I have just been using the button.
That's weird.
Murphy Motorsport said, Def, try it again, it works well.
So, oh shoot, I was trying to read the chat. But it sounds to me like Murphy would be a better person to talk to than me, being that he has the R3.
2 minutes to go, 2 minutes. Last lap was at 3:58.1.
That Marquez in front of me. Oh man, I'm slowly chopping him down. So coming into the pits just broke my back. If I didn't need to come in for repairs, I would have been able to salvage this race.
Has gone off. last lap. P11.
Well, if I'm lucky and one more person wrecks, that'll give me my 10th place.
Track limits. Sector 3 is now clear.
I had the fastest Sector 1 though. That's it. There's the consolation.
Diego Gutierrez said. Also Forza Motorsport also has the BMW M.2 GTE.
Yeah, but Forza doesn't have VR support for starters, and it's not at the top of my list of racing games that I play a lot. But to their credit, the game is in a lot better state than it was when it first launched.
Diego Gutierrez said. True, it just came to mind since that's what I started on.
Damn it, I just blew my chance at a 356.
Position. There we go, it's over. Bring it back round.
Hey, I got 10th? Well, oh shit. That should minimize the damage, hopefully. If I lose 5% or less, then we did all right. Oh, 0.6. Whew. We dodged the bullet there, folks.
Murphy Motorsport said. GG, bud.
It could have been a lot better. Unfortunately, the time schedule this week is weird. You finish a race and it's almost 40 minutes before the next one. So I don't want to do a GT3 because that's even more treacherous. In the bronze category,
Murphy Motorsport said, could have been worse, bud.
it could have. Thank you. I don't want to deal with this race either because it's got rain in it. So 15 minutes before this starts. $35 shit. Well, let's check out the replay of what of all this bull crap anyway.
Murphy Motorsport said, why did they change the times between races? That is strange.
I don't know, because before the way they laid it out before, when you get done with a race, the next one would usually start within 5 minutes. So this is a weird one. I mean, I don't want to keep you guys hanging around for a half an hour waiting for the next race. All right, so let's get to it. This Porsche right here, he took me out, but I mean, looking back at it, I deserved it because I think it was too much to ask some of these lower ranked bottom feeders to try to have good racecraft. It was too much to ask to expect them to leave me enough space in that chicane, so I take the blame for that, for not backing out. But I was so focused on trying to attack this Beltron guy in front of me because he had medium tires in the front. Right there, I'm trying to get a side draft off of him. Look at that right there. He was about to force his way in. Now we got the three-way coming up. There, that's already a bad sign right there. This Porsche right here tried to squeeze his way underneath, and like I said, it was too much to ask. It was too much to ask this bottom feeder to leave me enough space. At this point, the car was destroyed. So this O'Connelly, who caused all that chaos to begin with, let me see what he was ranked going into this race. Look at that. The guy ended up causing that shit, and he gets a DNF. You know what? Let's go back to that replay. I knew it. Oh my God. I'm going to be kicking myself, I think, after I watch this replay again, because I want to watch this Connolly guy. I think I'm going to be kicking myself. All right, here we go. So I'm going to watch this guy take me out again, and then I'm going to find out why he got a DNF. He's a silver driver. This O'Connelly is a silver driver. Poetic justice. Also need to go back and check to see what the fastest lap was. Wham! Yep, he got his just desserts. And he retired. All right. I wasn't going to report him anyway, but I do feel good knowing that he got his just desserts. No, we want the results again. I want to see what the fastest lap was. 356.5, 356.4, 355 flat. Holy shit. $357.1.
Murphy Motorsport said, bet that tanked his rank.
Oh yeah, that DNF is going to break his back. So as far as laps faster than mine, 357.1. So there was 1, 2, 3. That's it. I had the 4th fastest lap. So I had a 351.4. Yeah, I had the 4th fastest lap. The fastest lap, 355 flat. Then we got a 356.4, 356.5. And then I'm next with a 357.1. I had the 4th fastest lap. That being said, if I had not got caught up in that bullshit, I might have been able to finish in the top 5. So, as far as rank, the damage is minimal. So I'll just lick my wounds and just come back next race. All right, 23 minutes sounds a lot better than 36. So let's go ahead and get registered for this. I guess I might have to find some fluff for you guys. Hell, and I would hate to think that in the interest of not making you guys wait around 35, 40 minutes for the next race, sheesh, could it be possible that I might stream GT7 later on this evening or Automobile Lista 2? Oh, you know what? R Factor 2 is still a possibility, and have a look at that Zolder. All right, folks, be right back.
Murphy Motorsport said, I'm chilled, I'm always around.
Okay, had to grab a quick protein bar. Murphy Motorsports said, I'm chilled, I'm always around. Appreciate that, Murphy. All right. I'll be honest when I tell you, Murphy. And everybody else. If I'm watching a stream, they finish a race and there's like 40 minutes before the next race. I'm leaving the stream and go watch something else and try to come back in a half hour, 35 minutes before the race starts. You know, different streamers are different. Me, I would try to find something to talk to you guys about for that 35 minutes, but it's only so much sim racing news I think you can talk about. Let's see what they're doing on the hosted servers. Says Monza Curva Grande. Trolls, sounds like it said trolls will be banned. Yep, troll will be banned. Well, I guess I could kill some time. You know what? I haven't driven a hypercar in quite a while. Let's do it. I haven't driven a hypercar in months. And as far as hypercars goes, the Cadillac and the Valkyrie are the two best sounding hypercars. Without a doubt, the Cadillac has the best startup. Oh, there's an actual race going on, so I guess I can't do that. Well, we got 15 minutes, so, and I said it's been a while since I've driven a hypercar, so let's do it. Let's go ahead and do it offline. Yeah, we can do the Hertz, Joda. This will be my first time driving the car with this livery. I feel like a fish out of water getting ready to drive this hypercar. Can I put soft tires on here? Yeah, let's do it. Let's put softs on here.
Murphy Motorsport said, hypercar would be crazy speed.
Let's go. Listen to that electric. Listen.
The exit looks clear. You've got 90 minutes to get the job done. You need to get some heat into these brakes. track temperature is increasing. It's now 37 Celsius. Tiny bit of aero damage, just ignore it.
I can already tell you what the difference
Murphy
is right now.
Motorsport said, Aston Martin sounds the best I heard.
It does. Now, honestly speaking about the Aston Martin Valkyrie, it sounds good from the outside. On the inside, it pretty much sounds like any other hypercar.
That's the end of the session. You're on pole. Well done.
But we got a few minutes, so I'll do a lap or two in it. Oh, I think I'll take the one with the red mirrors. I like that one. As far as the Valkyrie goes, I know that LeMans Ultimate and Automobilista 2 have the race cars. This one has the WEC version, and Automobilista 2 has the IMSA version. I think Gran Turismo
Murphy
7
Motorsport said, I can't wait for Silverstone. That's this month. They release the circuit. I live right near the track.
Silverstone is another one of my favorite tracks.
Exit's clear. Stay behind the white line. All right, Clay, we've got 19 minutes to set a lap. Let's get some heat into these brakes. The track temp's increasing. It's now 36 Celsius.
Murphy Motorsport said, outside the car sounds amazing.
It does.
Murphy Motorsport said, inside is a bit of a letdown.
But I think that's the way it is. I think they gave us the real life sound, so I think what you got on the inside and the outside is exactly the way the real car is. A lot of these cars on a lot of these racing games, what you hear on the inside and what you hear on the outside is two different things. I mean, the Porsche is an interesting one. The Porsche 992 GT3. Depending on what game you're playing or what real life race you watching, the car sounds like a wind up toy on the inside, but on the outside it sounds like a bunch of bees buzzing around.
That's the end of the session. Pole position. Well done, mate.
All right, I think we can go into a practice session for this one. Damn, I'm still ranked number 2 at the moment. Hell, listen to this Corvette when we get into the practice session. The inside of the car and the outside of the car sound totally different.
Murphy Motorsport said, do we know anything about this ELMS event that's supposed to be coming?
This race takes place tomorrow. It is the European LeMans series, which is taking place at Silverstone. Anyone who is there, they will have demos on hand for those who want to try out the Silverstone on the LeMans Ultimate game. And then the track itself is supposed to be coming to us by the end of the month. Their DLC, any new DLC they have coming, it always comes out on a Tuesday. That means we will either get Silverstone this coming Tuesday or the next Tuesday. And I'm praying is this coming Tuesday. All right, listen to this Corvette. Listen to the inside and the outside. How the hell do you lose your wing in pit row?
It exit is clear. Don't cross the line. Yellow flag sector 2. We can see Martin has binned it. Your brakes are cold. Let's get some heat.
All right, when we get on the Molson Straights.
Murphy Motorsport said, if it's this Tuesday, I ain't going to work, LOL.
I don't blame you.
Green flag in sector 2.
All right, now listen to the Corvette.
Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. We think that Corano has spun off. Sector 3 is clear. Green flag. Sector 2 is yellow. Green flag in Sector 2. Yellow flag. Caution.
Why he playing games, but since he wants to play games, I'll go ahead and entertain him.
Green flag, Sector 2. Incident in Sector 1, yellow flag. Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. We think that Gomez has stacked it. Green flag, Sector 3. Green flag, Sector 1.
All right, event starts in 3 minutes.
Yellow flag. Sector 3 is green.
Motherboard said, guy in front is driving like a dick for no reason.
And you
Gal,
see,
he stacked it, LOL.
Yeah, you see what happens when people drive like idiots. They go off the track.
Yellow flag. It looks like brown has binned it. Sector 3 is clear. Sector 3 is yellow. Green flag in Sector 3. It looks like brown has gone off in Indianapolis. The yellow. Yellow flag in Sector 2. We think that Barcelos has stacked it in Michelin chicane. 2 minutes to go, 2 minutes. Yellow flag in Sector 1.
We know we can't play that game again. All right.
That's the end of the session. 7th position.
I'm still ranked number 2. Holy shit.
Jeremy Reeder said, split 1?
More than likely, yeah. Because if you look at this entry list right here, at the moment, I am the number 2 ranked guy in this in the entry list. So, yeah, more than likely it'll be split 1. Most of the races that I'm in, especially with GTE, almost every time I'm in split 1. The GT3s, I would probably say 65% of the times I'm in split one, but there's way more GT3 competitors, and I have less, and I don't have as good as luck.
Jeremy
with
Reeder
the GT3s.
said, "See you on track."
What's it? Oh, I see you right there. Oh, and you using a Corvette too. Well, shit. Good luck, good sir. Okay, yep, just like I figured, I'm ranked number 2. Let's go. Let's go.
The exit's clear, don't cross the white line. That's 2 minutes left, 2 minutes. We've got cold brakes all round. It's fine, mate. It's just a scrape. Checkered flag, P3. That's the end of the session, P3.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
On pit exit, you can push now. We have 4 minutes to settle up. We need to get some heat into these brakes.
brakes are still cold. All right. Take that into consideration.
Clear left. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
I think I got a flat spot.
E7. Okay, pit stop requested. Pit crew is ready. That's the end of the session, E7.
I didn't take that turn as good as I wanted. Well, hot diggity damn! Look at that! .356.4, my fastest lap this week. Hot diggity dog. Even if that doesn't hold up at second place, I'm still ecstatic with that. I'm over the moon. Less than a tenth off the fastest lap. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 356.4. I'm absolutely ecstatic.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Let's go. Let's go. So, I need to survive the Dunlock chicane at race start, and I need to get through the PlayStation chicanes. If I can get through all of that, I'll put it this way. When we get to this part of the track, this is the Porsche curves. After lap
Diego
1,
Gutierrez said, "Thank you, auto clutch worked. I had it confused with hold clutch."
Good stuff. Good stuff. Because the R3 is a modern wheelbase. Doesn't have a lot of power, I'd imagine, but it's still a modern direct drive wheelbase. So there's no reason you should have been using a button for the clutch. So the goal is, when we get to the Porsche curves again,
Formation lap has started.
that's where I think that's where I'm strongest at this part of the track, because I know how to hit the angle and come in here full throttle. Okay, I guess the dude want to do some gamesmanship. I already know what he's gonna do. He's gonna start trying to pick up his pace here. We survived lap 1.
Murphy
and we good.
Motorsport said, "Was gonna say it has to work, it's a new system, LOL.
Right.
Now race with ease, buddy. You
Enjoy.
got this, Lincoln."
All right, we survived lap 1. We got this. We survived lap 1. I got a good chance. I got a chance to win this race. This guy, this simple here, he's playing games. I think he's trying to make me jump into the red so I can get a penalty. I don't know why people play these little silly games at the race start. Or he wants to make sure that I'm behind him, so when we get the green flag, he's already one car length in front of me.
Diego Gutierrez said, "I should really try LMU in VR. I have a Quest 3 and you're inspiring me to try it."
It's no going back. Once you try that VR, it's no going back.
Green flag, green flag.
Car clear left, car right. Clear
I
right.
don't want to get caught in this mess, so I'm going to let him go.
Clear left. Incident in sector 1, yellow flag. Clear left. left. Sector 1 is now green. Car left. Clear left. Left, clear left.
Murphy Motorsport said, Diego VR is the only way to race. You will love it and be hooked.
Come on, Clay. Just settle down. Find your rhythm. You're taking a tiny bit of bodywork damage, but you won't feel it.
Really, dude?
Car right. Clear right. Car right side's clear. Right side's clear. You've had a bit of bodywork damage. Stay out, it's not too bad. Incidents in Sector 2, yellow flag. We think Jansen and Colvin have gone off in PlayStation chicane. Green flag in Sector 2.
Silly ass games. Now I got severe damage in the front. I'm probably not going to win this race. But the #1 guy does have a drive-through. How the hell you get a drive-through this early in the race?
Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. We think that KO has gone off.
Yeah,
Sector 2 is green.
I've already lost my arrows in the front.
The gap to E6 behind is increasing. It's now 1.3.
Murphy Motorsport said, he tried to brake check you. What an idiot.
Here we go again. That's him right there.
Clear right. Yellow flag. We think Baz has stacked it. Green flag, Sector 3. Clear right. Sector 3 is now yellow. We can see Thomas has gone off. Green flag in Sector 3. Yellow flag in Sector 3. Sector 3 is clear. Okay, Clay, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. We think Brown has crashed in Porsche curves. P6. On your right side's clear. Run out of track limits, keep it between the
Really?
lines.
All right then. Start. All right then. Start backbiting you dudes.
Yellow flag, Sector 1. It looks like Mier has gone off in Dunlop chicane. Sector 3 is now clear. Minutes left. Clear left. Yellow flag. Green flag, Sector 2. We think Chiampa has gone off in PlayStation chicane. Yellow flag, sector 3. The guy in front is Ramirez.
See if I can at least chop down that third place car. I'm not sure I'll be able to do with a damaged car.
Green flag, sector 1. E5 from behind is increasing. It's now 0.9. Yellow flag in sector 1. We think that Jansen has binned it in Dunlop chicane.
Ooh!
Sector 3 is green. Well done, Clay. You're looking really good. Come on, keep your focus. P4. Track limits. The gap to Ramirez ahead is now 3.4 seconds. Yellow flag in sector 2. We can see Greg Watts has gone off in PlayStation chicane. Sector 2 is now green. We're halfway home, 10 minutes to go, that's 10 minutes left. gap to V4. Behind is now 3.8 seconds. Incident sector 3, yellow flag. It looks like Thomas has spun off. To Ramirez. Ahead is now 3.1. Like this.
Hey, I got the fastest lap so far with a 356.5.
Stay between the lines, please, Clay.
Look at this. I'm on pace to do a 356.1. And I'm chopping the car down to second place.
The gap to Ramirez in front is now 2.5 seconds. Flag in sector 3. We think that Jansen has crashed in Porsche curves. The gap to V2 ahead is now 3.5 seconds. 5 minutes to go. This is good. We'll be on the podium if we can keep it together. Fastest lap for Jan, 3:56.7 seconds.
That time was a 3:57.00.
I had the fastest first sector.
Front is now 3.3. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. Yellow flag, watch out. It looks like Carranza has gone off in Michelin chicane.
Oh, they right up on each other. If they get into a fight, I could benefit from this. They right on each other if they get into a fight.
Yellow flag. We think Carranza has crashed. Green flag sector 3.
Murphy Motorsport said, "How do you stream in VR and still have picture? Mine is just a black screen when the game starts."
I'll have to come back and answer that after the race.
About track limits. All right, Clay, one more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium. Is now 3.4. Just cut the track. flag in sector 2. The gap in front is now 3.5 seconds. Flag. I think that handle to end it. Sector 3 is clear, green flag. The gap to Ramirez ahead is now 3.7 seconds. Well done, decent drive, acknowledged, pit stop requested.
Considering the shit that happened to me, I am very, very fortunate to get a podium. And look at this! I had the fastest lap of the race. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this LFR, he was one of the idiots that tried to take me out because he initiated all the bullshit. We were side by side on the Molson straights, and the guy kept trying to slowly inch me over off the track. Finally, I got tired of it, and I held the straight line. And then when this car started bumping me, I bumped him back, and then this when all this shit started. To do a 356.5, and my car had kind of severe damage in the front. That tells me right there, I probably could have gotten into the 355s if my car wasn't damaged.
Motherboard said, GG.
Thank you, thank you. Now, I might be stretching it, but I'm starting to think that I might have had a realistic shot. If I hadn't got damaged and I hadn't got caught up with this LFR idiot, not only could I have won the race, I think I could have gotten into the, I think I would have had a really good chance of getting into the 355s. The high 355s, maybe a 355.9. Definitely, at one point, I had a 356.1 going. Let me see if there's another race starting, or is it too late?
Jeremy Reeder
Yeah,
said,
it's too late.
PPL are so aggressive on here, it is stupid.
You know, Jeremy, the aggression doesn't bother me The aggression coming from the bottom feeders is what's bothering me. When you got guys that's ranked number 19 in the lobby and they're way back there in 15th place and they're trying to force their way through. Those type of guys, all they do is cause wrecks. Because if you don't let them through, they're going to take you with them when they, when you guys get to the corner. So the only thing, in my opinion, the only thing you can do is let him get ahead of you. Let him go ahead of you, because one of two things is going to happen after that. If the guy is fast, he's going to leave you anyway, and he's going to catch up with the other cars. When he does, he may end up causing a wreck up there, or if he gets past you and he doesn't have the pace to keep you off of him, once you stay on his ass, all he's going to do is go wide anyway. All right, let's see what
Murphy
we got for
Motorsport said, LeMans has a 1.3 GB update.
A lot of it has to do with addressing a bug with the force feedback. Honestly speaking, I didn't tell you guys this, but I spoke with someone at the Sim Gaming Expo, and to protect this person's identity, they told me something about the game that needed to be fixed, and it was taking a while for it to get done, and it looks to me like it finally got done. $6.5. All right, I'll still take it. All right, let's go back and watch the replay and see what ignited all that bullshit.
Jeremy Reeder said, watch the absolute sense on lap 1 at P10 on back.
Okay, so we'll have to come back and watch it twice, because I started the race in second place, and too many cars, there was a whole train of cars that forced their way underneath me, and I had to let them go through, otherwise it was going to be a wreck. That's what I was talking about with fucking with these bottom feeders. And then this guy here at the start, he was playing games. He kept hitting the brakes, making me go past him, and I had to keep slowing down. Look at him, he kept right there. He kept forcing me to slow down and stay behind him. Like, I get sick of that silly shit too at these starts, all this gamesmanship, where these guys try to slow down, and then right before the race is about to start, they try to pick up the pace so they can try to have a couple of, try to get a couple of meters head start on you. And I got off to a bad start. You guys seen the three? You guys seen the 3 wide? I had to let them go or it was going to be another wreck. Look at this. No, we're 4 wide. I backed out of it. Otherwise, something bad was going to happen. I backed out right there. And then right there, that guy forced his way underneath. He did it clean. I didn't like it, but he did it. And then right there, that was another one I had to let him go. So now I'm in 6th place because I'm letting all these dudes pretty much treated me like a bitch and forced their way underneath me. Now, right here, I'm staying in my lane, and I get to the outside, and you see this guy's veering to the outside, and he's slowly trying to nudge me out the way. At that point, I got tired of the shit right there, and I started pushing his ass back. Right here, I think I went wide. I went off the track. And it let that LR guy catch me again. But I think coming up right here, I had to show him that if I have to, I can get big balls. Because right there, that LR guy, I was determined to catch his ass. I mean, he pissed me off. That's another reason why I made that wiggle, trying to get out the corner early. Because like I said, I was determined to catch this guy. He had me seeing red. There's gonna be a wreck. I had to let him go. And he tried to push me wide, so I backed off. I was willing to take the penalty right there to stay with him. And right here, I caught a really nice slipstream. After that, it was a wrap. All right, let's go back to P10 you were talking about, Jeremy. These guys start from the pits?
Jeremy Reader said, "Just follow me."
Okay.
Jeremy Reeder said, lap 1.
What place were you in, Jeremy? Oh, there we go. I got you.
Jeremy Reeder said, P13.
Okay, yeah, I got you. All this stopping and starting came up from the guy up front in the #1 position. He kept playing those little silly games up front. You made it through that. Little love tap right there. Whoa. Oh, trying to force his way through. Here we go. Oh, nope, he backed off. But he flashed you. I don't know why. Oh shit. Oh shit. That guy that hit you was an idiot to begin with, because at Tete Rouge, he was going to try to force his way around you, but he ended up backing out at the last second and then flashed you for whatever reason. Hoo-wee. Oh, he said, fuck that. Shit. Here we go.
Jeremy Reeder said, yeah, he was an idiot. I just stood on it and drove through him. Had some suspension damage, but wait, Evs.
Oh, he lost it. He lost it. Meow. Damn! Yeah, he had his mind made up. Yeah. Damn. All right, I'm guessing you must have got a couple of more freebies from somewhere. Damn, it's already 10 o'clock. Don't feel like it's that late. "19 minutes. 19 minutes is not that long, so I think I'll hang on and do one more race." Chances are, now, if we're lucky and we get Silverstone this coming Tuesday, in the bronze beginners race, more than likely it will be for the GT3s. The GTEs probably won't get it because that's just not, it's not as popular as the GT3s. So naturally they're going to want to put their best foot forward. So there's a pretty good chance that whenever we get Silverstone, whether it's this Tuesday or the Tuesday after, chances are it's going to be a GT3 race. So let me register for this race and I will be right back. And let me see where I stand on the leaderboard. Being that I had the fastest lap with a 356.5. Let me see where that stands on the leaderboard. I think that still puts me at least 2 seconds behind the leaders, though. Shit, even worse. They did a 352.5. Damn near 4 seconds off. And the guy did it in a Corvette. But I do believe I can get into the 355s. Be right back. All right. My advice, survive lap 1. Yeah, survive lap 1, and then once things start to settle down, then you can work on trying to hunt the other cars down one by one. Make no mistake, that last race, when we were 4 wide, in my opinion,
Murphy
I think...
Motorsport said, yeah, my screen just goes black when I get into VR, can't figure it out at the moment.
What headset are you using? You mean your screen goes black and you can't play the game? Because there's several things you got to do. I think I've got a couple of theories as to why you might be getting a black screen.
Murphy Motorsport said, Quest 3 I can play, I can't stream, my monitor screen goes black.
Okay. So what you do here is, so you can play the game, you just can't display it on your monitor. So you go to settings. I think you want to go to graphics. Could be controls. Camera. Cinematic cameras. Okay, there you go right there. You see this right here? You go to graphics, like you want to go to settings, go to graphics, right here where it says display VR mirror. Click that on. When you click that on, it will display it onto your monitor or TV or something like that, whatever you're using as your output display. So that was that should be a simple fix right there. So again, in settings, go to graphics, and then come down here to display VR mirror. Click that on, and then it says right there, shows the VR output
Murphy
on your
Motorsport
external monitor.
Said, yeah, I didn't check, they'll turn it on now.
Yeah, so it should display on your monitor now. And then if you're streaming it, I would like to think you know how to set all that up.
Murphy Motorsport said, been driving me mad, LOL.
Yeah. This wasn't there in the beginning. They eventually added it over time because before that, I was using the Oculus mirror to display this game to everybody. But once they used this to display VR mirror, that was a big, big help. And not only that, I think it saved my PC a little bit of resources because then I didn't need to use the Oculus mirror anymore. Then not only that, when you go into the mirror, when you go into the menus, it'll show everybody a flat screen. Whereas if you're using the Oculus mirror, everything looks fishbowl when you go through the menus. And you kind of got to hold your head still so everybody can see everything. But with this display VR mirror on, when you go into the menus, it'll display a flat screen to everybody. So it won't matter how much you move your head around when you're in the menus. Everybody will see this same flat screen menu. All right. Now, see, Jeremy Reeder has signed up for this race again. See if I recognize any of these other names. No, don't really recognize any of these other names. All right, it's all good. Yeah, tomorrow, if I stream tomorrow, I don't know. I might possibly, again, stream Automobilista 2 or even possibly GT7 or a possible race room because I don't want to sit around and wait 35 minutes for a race after I finish one. So, I mean, I've been streaming going on 3 hours, but this is only my third race. That big gap in between races it's only so much fluff I can put in between. So since this is more than likely the last race of the night, yeah, I'm looking for a top 5 finish. Well, let me take a minute and look at my stats. So, jeez, I've done 428 races. Damn, I had 60 fastest laps. I didn't realize that. I didn't think I had that many of them. 61 podiums, 8 wins. Damn, 2%. I got a lot of DNFs, 76 DNFs. Some of them happening from the game crashing on me. Some of them. A few of them were my wheel disconnecting from the game and it sent me into the wall and destroyed the car. Dirty drivers. So it's a multitude of things that cause all those DNFs. Only four pole positions. I never walk into a session expecting to get pole. I'm just not that fast. The 60 fastest laps, I am surprised by that. The 127 top 5, yeah, not to sound a little bit arrogant, but I felt like I was capable of doing it. But the podiums, even though it's only 14%, there's still way more podiums than I thought. I didn't think I had that many podiums. The 8 wins, yeah. Yeah, I know my wins come few and far in between. So, yeah, the 8 wins, I guess, sounds about right. Let's see what special events. I've done 4 special events, 1 podium, 1 top 5, 1 fastest lap. Oh, shit. With 2 DNFs. Online championships, 4 races, 1 fastest lap. Oh, shit. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, I plan to be up for quite a while. After the stream is over, yeah, I might hop into R Factor 2 and take a look at Zolder. But I think I've had Zolder, like R Factor 2 does support mods. So you can go into that workshop inside of Steam, I think the Steam workshop, and get tons of tracks and cars for free. There's other mods you can buy from websites, and that's how I ended up getting the 4GT. So I don't know. I lost some of those mods that I bought, but I might go back and try to find them again, because I would definitely like to get my hands on the 4GT. There's no need for me to go back and they had the current hypercars. There was some mods out for that. But now that LeMans Ultimate is polished, there's no reason for me to go and buy those same cars for R Factor 2. But yes, I would like to go back and find a Ford GT for R Factor 2. R Factor 2 is still a great game. The big thing that I was dealing with was clipping with the with my wheelbase. I go around the corner and all of a sudden the wheel just wants to flip all the way over or make a super hard jerk. All right, minute and 30 seconds. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, I'm still third. All right, let's go. All right, here we go. So it's simple. If I can maintain low 357s, high to mid 356s, I should finish in the top 5. Not I should, but I think.
Jeremy Reeder said, GLHF.
Same to you, good sir. The tires are already warm. What are you zigzagging for? Yep, all right, I'm ranked number 3.
Looks like you're clear on the pit exit. The brake temperatures are low. We need to get some heat into them. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes. Tiny bit of aero damage there. You probably won't even feel it. Carb clear right. Clear right. Clear right. Sector 2 is now yellow. Green flag, Sector 2. Sector 3 is yellow. That's the end of the session, P3.
All right. Let's get this money, baby.
Track's clear. Push, push, push. Okay, Clay. We've got 4 minutes to get a decent lap in. The brakes are cold. Be careful. That's barely a scratch. Just ignore it.
That feel weird. There we go. I think we're square now. Just don't hit that wall.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
I think I got a flat spot. Nope. Still feels weird though.
Requested. Pit crew's ready. The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 35 Celsius. That's the end of the session, P8.
That time was a 3:56.74.
Ooh. My headset just went wonky on me for some reason. And I had to reset it. $356.7, 1.3 off. So yeah, oh shit.
Jeremy Reader
Good lap, Jeremy.
said, hopefully starting up here will be a bit cleaner.
I don't think so.
Teams and
'Cause
drivers
remember,
go to the grid for a race start.
You got the bottom feeders behind you that try to force their way through. I can't really give you any advice on how to deal with it. I'm just forewarning you that it's coming though. So I can already tell you at the turn one, anybody forces their way through on me, I'll let them go through. And I'll just come back and pick them off later on in the race.
Jeremy Reader said, not worried GLHF.
Same to you, good luck.
Formation lap has started.
Murphy Motorsport said, sorted, but thank you for that.
Oh yeah, no problem. I've been doing VR since 2018, so, but don't get me wrong, I'm not all knowing. My friend Ham VR has helped me out with a lot of stuff over the years.
Murphy Motorsport said, I had no idea. I looked it up and it kept saying my graphics card could be busted. I was like, I doubt it. I only just got it, LOL.
Yeah, what kind of graphics cards you got?
Go, go, go.
Murphy Motorsport said, RTX 3080.
That's decent.
Right side's clear. Clear right.
Murphy Motorsport said,
Got a tiny bit
it
of body
runs
work
smooth
damage there,
enough.
just ignore it.
Yeah, 3080 is enough to get the job done.
Sector 2. Green flag in Sector 2. We think Perez has gone off in PlayStation chicane. Yellow flag. We think that Malek has binned it. Green flag, Sector 2.
Oh,
Don't let this guy distract you.
he nearly caused me to lose it. Oh shit, here we go.
Sector 3 is yellow. It looks like Cam has stacked it. Green flag in Sector 3. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. We can see Ellie has binned it. Green flag in Sector 3. Yellow flag, Sector 3. It looks like Fernandez has stacked it in. Watch your curves. Green flag, Sector 3. Okay, Clay, don't let this guy distract you.
3.69.
3. Yellow flag. We think that Jolica has binned it in Dunlop chicane. Sector 1 is clear. Right, the guy ahead of us is Singh. Left, that's 15 minutes. You're the man, stay on it. Keep it within the track limits. Let's see how wide you can make this thing. Yellow flag, watch out. Sector 2 is clear. gap 2 in front is now 0.9. Car in front has just posted a 3:55.8.
356 flat.
Okay, Clay, we just cut the track. Gap 2, Sing ahead is increasing. It's now 1.1 seconds. Gap 2, Sing ahead is now 1.3. Alright Clay, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. We're halfway home. Sing ahead is now 1.8 seconds. Fastest lap for Havel, 3:55.7 seconds.
Nice.
Sector 1 is yellow. It looks like Ritz has gone off in Dunlop chicane. Cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy.
Look at that, 355.9. Let's see if I can finish with that lap.
The gap ahead is now 1.4.
.8.
Sector 1 is green. The gap to V2 in front is now 2.1 seconds. Yellow flag, caution. We think Zing has spun off. Sector 3 is now clear. That's 5 minutes to go. Come on, keep it together. We'll be on the podium here. Now 2.1. P2. Okay, Clay, we've gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines. minutes left. 2 minutes. Yellow flag. We think Jolica has gone off in Michelin chicane. Flag in Sector 3. Sector 3 is green. We can see Perez has gone off. Incident Sector 3, yellow flag. We think that Perez has gone off in Indianapolis. Sector 3 is clear. Sector 2 is green.
0.75.
Heading out to Martin. Behind is now 2.1. Track limits, watch those lines. Sector 3 is yellow. Green flag, Sector 3. Yellow flag, Sector 2. Captain Martin behind is now 1.8 seconds. Well done, Clay. Great drive. That's a podium. Okay, pit stop requested.
All right. I'll take second. I will take it. Fastest lap, 355.3. I had the... I think I had the third fastest lap. Let's see, 355.3, 355.5.
Murphy Motorsport said, GG.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I had the third fastest lap. I took second. A good night of racing.
Jeremy Reeder said, LOL lap 3 I think in the second to last chicane. Jeremy Reeder said, I need to change my pants.
All right, we'll check in a second, see what I got for rank.
Jeremy Reeder said, 1514 on replay.
Okay, I'll check it out in a second. I'm basically waiting for this guy to finish so we can, so the game will generate the results. Best lap was a 358. Still must spend a whole lap down. So I know I can hit that 355. I know I can do it. Because you guys saw at one point, I was looking at a 355.8. So I know I can officially register a 355. All right. Second to the last chicane. Okay. All right, let's see what you got. Oh, shit. Yeah, I would have been shitting bricks too. Yeah, that would have scared the shit out of me too. Let's see what we got for rank. .4, not as good as, not as much as I want, but still decent.
Jeremy Reeder said, on board is way worse looking.
Ah. Yeah, and not imagine, yeah, I can imagine what it would have looked like with me racing in VR and being inside the cockpit. Yeah, I would have had to go change diapers. I think that is going to do it for me. Damn, it is already 11:08 p.m. here Eastern time. So yeah, if I stream tomorrow, I said it could be any number of different games in GT7, Race Room, Automobilist, the 2, F125. I guess I have to see how I feel.
Said, GG later.
Hey, same to you. Good racing with you. So yeah, well, I guess we'll have to see how I feel tomorrow, because I don't want to, you know, I'm enjoying these races, and I'm having. Today was a really good race. Even today was a really good day.
Murphy Motorsport said, it's 4:09 a.m. here.
Oh, in the UK, huh? So, view all results. So I did 4 races today. Yep, September 12th. No, it looks like I only did 3 races. 10th, 3rd, and 2nd. Okay. So that 10th place finish, that's when that idiot, my car was destroyed and I had to pull into the pits. So I was fortunate to get the 10th place. But that 3rd and 2nd, yeah, pretty good night. All in all, pretty good night of racing. So yeah, I think I'm going to stretch my feet and watch some other people race. And yeah, again, I'll plan to be back tomorrow. I just don't know what I'm going to stream, because I don't want to do this waiting 35, 40 minutes in between races, because this stream is working its way towards 4 hours, and I've only done 3 races. So I definitely thank you all who stuck with me the whole stream. Really, really appreciate it. And so I will see you all tomorrow. And until then, you all know the line.
Murphy Motorsport said, I'm gonna head off, bud, rest up.
All right, Murphy, appreciate you popping in, and hope to see you tomorrow when I come back. All right, folks. Until the next one, you all know the line. Wakanda forever, long live the king, and deuces. Have a good one, everybody. We will see you soon.